thank you to everyone for being here tonight. I want to thank my co-founder and really the leader of Gerry's Cafe, Natalie Griffin. She pretty much single-handedly did this entire evening, so a round of applause for her efforts, her hard work. And again, this is ultimately what Gerry's Cafe is all about. It's big thoughts, big dreams, initiative, digging deep. So we thank you for digging deep. We're going to ask you to dig deep again. But we have come so far in 4 years with a slight delay. But we're here now. We signed a very crucial lease last week. And just so you know, it took us about 6 months to negotiate that lease. It took a lot of work, a lot of prudence, to make sure that we got it right. And we do feel very strongly that we got it right. And to thank our board of directors for their guidance and keeping us in line with our passions and excitements. So we're on our way. And I know for a lot of people it's been a little too long, but quite frankly, for the two of us, we want to get it right so badly that we will be smart. We will take our time to ensure the sustainability of the flagship cafe in Arlington Heights. Thanks guys, we appreciate it. There's a lot of hard work ahead. Natalie is the lifeblood and the passion that keeps all of us afloat. I'm the little bit of the Debbie Downer that talks about fun things like sewer lines and trash dumpsters and can we get an exterior freezer and trying to push that through the village. But ultimately, that's what's going to make this flagship cafe feed into more spaces for us to create more jobs for literally the most underemployed group of people on planet Earth. So we appreciate your patience. Really our focus for the next 6 months is to get this cafe open. We have an amazing transformation ahead for the old Starbucks location, which was the first Starbucks here in the northwest suburbs. So, yeah. But we are going to transform it. And just to keep everything in mind, our employees will be producing the food for you. They will not be bringing it off of a truck and reheating it. They will be making it. They will be baking it. They will be preparing it, and they will bring it to your table. They will cater for you. The amount of work that they're going to put into this and the creations they're going to have for you, it's going to be craft. It's going to be awesome. And you are first and favorite. You're going to want to wake up in the morning or the afternoon and come to Gerry's Cafe because it's just that awesome. All right, so we are going to work really hard to get this open as quickly as possible. Probably our next 4 to 6 weeks is planning and development for the final permits and some things that we need to do, our special use permit and things of that nature. Then we'll go into our final design, architectural drawings, and then we're going to pass it off to our contractor, which is Nicholas Quality. We are so very proud and happy to have them as our partner. So as we go through this process, we will keep you posted on social media with some great pictures and thoughts. If you're curious and you want to poke your eyes in the place, give us a jingle and a call. If you want to donate a vehicle for us, we do need a delivery vehicle. So if anybody has 40, 50 grand available, wants to sponsor a refrigerated vehicle and have your name on the side, proudly serving Gerry's Cafe and boxes of joy, we would appreciate that. But we have some great things ahead. And ultimately now we have raised our funds to build this cafe, and now it's all about being sustainable. I'd like to thank Hey Nonny for their generous contribution to us tonight, and to all of you for being here. I know I'm going to leave people out, but ultimately from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much. The best is yet to come.
We are truly partners, and we balance each other, and we have the yin and the yang. So thank you, Amy. Yeah. And I'll just add a little bit of more thanks to all of you for coming, and to our families, because they have stood by us for these 4 years and supported us. So thank you, Chris and Jean and all of our families. So I would like to introduce Valerie and her mom, Maureen. And I have known Valerie since she was in kindergarten at Patton School. And then she was with my son, Tim. And they went to Thomas together in Hersey. And Valerie went on to the Life program at Forest View and on to Harper. And similar education to all of our children. But Valerie is a friend of mine and my neighbor. And it was through Valerie and her peers that I noticed that there was a lack of opportunity for employment for people with disabilities after they graduated from school. And it caused me to think about what unique business we might start that would focus on employing people with disabilities. And luckily Amy joined my team and we co-founded our nonprofit organization so that we could open Gerry's Cafe. And those of you who don't know, Gerry is named for Amy's aunt, who was born with Down syndrome. And the doctors and the medical staff at the time said, put her in a home. And her family said, no, she's our daughter. She will be part of our family. And it was that joy and that light every single day that Gerry brought to the family, and then everyone who knew Gerry felt in her presence. It's that joy and that light that we want to bring into our Gerry's Cafe. But Valerie here is going to tell you about her hopes and dreams for Gerry's Cafe, and her mom, Maureen, and we thank you both for joining us tonight.
Hoping to, have a job at Starbucks, but that really never happened. So, thanks to Natalie, I've been helping her a lot by writing her thank you notes and just dropping them off at her house every time. And I've been hoping to have a job to, become a barista someday. And I'm hoping if Natalie could give that to me in Gerry's Cafe. So, I really hope I see all of you guys come in, because I'll be making you coffee. Actually, I will. Thank you. And I'm going back to my mom, because she's a volunteer as well. So, I certainly hope to see you all in Gerry's Cafe, and I'll hope to open it as possible as I can. And you more details about Gerry's Cafe too, so stay tuned.
I'm not sure I want to follow that. I was supposed to go first. All week I've been saying, okay, Val, what are you going to say? You have to wait till Tuesday. So I heard it with you guys. Natalie asked me to talk a little bit about why I support Gerry's. I actually think that our first conversation about Gerry's Cafe occurred here at Hey Nonny. I had just quit my job and was going, oh my God, I have all this time. And Natalie said, well, I have this need. So that's how we connected. Of course I support it for the jobs. I mean, Valerie came out of District 214 with an awesome resume. She had a job experience at TJ Maxx, at IKEA, at Marriott, and she got the interviews. She just didn't get the job. And it was difficult, it was heartbreaking, it was a long, enduring series of rejections and not getting the jobs. She is working now, by the way, guys. Support Mariano's. Go into the cheese department there. She's the one making the charcuterie boards and doing all the things in the cheese department there. So, but I support Gerry's as much for the engagement with the community. You know, most of the parents I know with kids with any level of disability, they want those kids to work in the community for free. They don't really even care if they get paid. It's about the community engagement. You know, our world talks a lot about, you know, diversity and inclusion, to the point where, honestly, we all get a little sick of hearing about diversity and inclusion. But this is the most marginalized population that exists. And I get it, I totally understand it. Before Valerie was born, if I saw somebody with a disability, particularly a child in a wheelchair, I didn't know how to react. You know, your heart clenches and you kind of smile and walk on by. Now I know 99.9%, the same as any other person on this planet, treat them the same as anybody else on this planet.